Cup 2022 will get over for the Indian cricket team today, but after that, 45 days will remain between now and the T20 World Cup. Remember folks, this T20 World Cup is going to be very crucial for India, especially Rohit Sharma, because it has been 9 years and counting that India have not won the ICC event, and many fans will be hoping that India breaks its jinx in Australia. Now, one step has been revealed as to what will be India's schedule. After the Asia Cup, India will play 3 T20Is against Australia, 3 T20Is and 3 ODIs against South Africa. Before the World Cup though, there will be 2 warm-up games for the Indian cricket team, and that schedule has been released by the ICC today. So let's see what are the schedules for the Indian cricket team heading into the T20 World Cup when they reach Australia. The T20 warm-up fixtures will all begin from October 10th and will continue till October 19th. Now this is slightly confusing because why will matches be played even on 19th? Remember, teams like Sri Lanka, West Indies, UAE, Netherlands, they will all play the qualifiers. That will begin from October 16th onwards. The other big teams, Australia, England, New Zealand, South Africa, India, they will all play the warm-up games. And the venues, they'll be played in 4 venues. The Gabba in Brisbane, Melbourne Cricket Ground, the Allan Border Field, which will happen in Queensland, and the Junction Oval in Melbourne. So these are the 4 venues where the warm-up matches will be played. What are India's warm-up games? They will be playing 2 warm-up games. October 17th versus Australia at the Gabba. And immediately 2 days later, October 19th against New Zealand, also at the Gabba. The last time India and New Zealand played a warm-up game just before the T20 World Cup, India and New Zealand played at Lord's, and it is safe to say that India lost that game. Here they'll be hoping that they can break their ICC jinx against New Zealand, because remember, none of these games they carry international status, but still a win in any format is a win. So October 17th, Australia at the Gabba, October 19th versus New Zealand, also at the Gabba. Now, what are the timings for India? Well, the first game that India will be playing versus Australia will be 9:30 AM IST or 2 PM local time. That will be the game. But this one, the game against New Zealand, will be 6 PM local or 1:30 PM IST. That game is earlier. Why? Because at the same venue, 4.5 hours later, England take on Pakistan. And that is why India's game has been pushed ahead earlier, and Pakistan's game against England will be played a lot later. What are the other fixtures for the top teams? Well, Australia will play only 1 warm-up game, and that is against India. Remember, prior to this warm-up games, in Australia and England will play 3 T20Is against each other. Already Australia have played an ODI series against Zimbabwe. They won that 2-1. They have also playing a series against New Zealand currently. They have taken an unassailable 2-0 lead with 2 wins in Cairns. The second ODI today saw them bundle New Zealand out for 82. This was New Zealand's 9th straight loss, and they have not won in Australia ever since 2009. Imagine, Kane Williamson, ever since he started playing for New Zealand, has never won an ODI in Australia. He did win a test though in 2011. England also play only 1 warm-up game, and that is against Pakistan. Afghanistan will play Bangladesh and Pakistan, and if you have to look at it, South Africa are also the other team to play 2 warm-up games. They will take on New Zealand, and they will also take on Bangladesh. So that is how the warm-up fixtures have been announced. 10th to 19th they will play. The tournament will begin in October 22 with Australia taking on New Zealand, but India's tournament will begin on October 23rd when they take on Pakistan at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. So October 17th and October 19th, these are the 2 dates where India will play warm-up games, both at the Gabba against Australia and New Zealand. Their World Cup preparation begins after this match, folks, against Afghanistan, because that is when you'll be playing with a core side. Remember, even the squad announcement for the ICC World T20 has to be done before September 15th. After that, India will play with their core, and one hopes that the ICC jinx is broken. Thank you so much, folks, for listening to this live. We'll be back with more updates from Sports Today. Press the like, comment, and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, folks.